This is what they do. What is it? They go somewhere. To sing the song "You Will Never Walk Alone," but let me not do all this here. But I want to say welcome to today's edition of the Locker Room on Voice of the People Television. I am Jerry Ampelio, and we've got a thrilling show for you today. It promises to be exciting because I'm expecting the banters, and definitely I think I'm still excited about the season as far as the Premier League and of course all of Europe is concerned. The Chan Eagles are still busy. And of course, we're taking a look at that and more on the show as the transfer window is still looking very good. The community shield looking very interesting. And of course, the usual suspects are with me, talking about Ikechukwu and my Wahoo guest to join us virtually. Ikechukwu, how was your weekend?
Fantastic. It was a very beautiful weekend. I think football gradually is competitive football, would I say. Competitive football. It just started over the weekend, and we saw Crystal Palace actually did the double against Liverpool two big sides. First was Manchester City and now Liverpool. I mean they really pushed above their weight, and perhaps
and we cannot deliver.
You want to bring that again? You want to bring that? You want to write that? You want to write on that?
Our resident accountant will say net spend is 90 million. Whether it's 90 million or 2 million. You will not win the community shield. Well, and you are wearing the red jersey. It's going to be a buffet of cooking this season. If you don't,
it's not defending.
It's suspect.
And also, the likes of Van Dijk and even the coach, they need synergy in the attack. The Ekiti man is obviously not that person you want to rely on.
You have to give him that goal. No,
wait,
that goal. See,
that's a good thing.
Wait,
that's a world class goal.
Wait,
you go, yeah.
What's the other signing apart from the Ekiti man you attack that you just signed?
Oh.
You had two signing now.
You should know now.
Well, who is the other signing they had in the attack?
Know the club record signing.
Okay, Florian Wirtz. No, Florian Wirtz. So, obviously the reading that Nunes and the other Luis Diaz, the reading that they gave, the balance they gave the attack. It's no longer there. They actually need to look out for how to make these guys work. And I don't know that if that's going to work this season. That's where the problem is now. Because if Liverpool attack cannot be as dangerous as they were last season.
But the thing is that
we are talking about you now.
One thing I know about this team is that as far as Arne Slot is still the manager of this team, he will know what to do and make sure that they get things right ahead of the league starter. So I think I don't have any.
With the Ekiti man.
Yeah, fantastic player.
Okay.
Fantastic talent. That guy has a lot to show us
Jerry.
The league next season. And if you add Isak to that, I think, and then the defense, Gueye comes in, we're good to go.
You don't look like you are interested in signing Isak. And you know how much Isak will cost. And you also know how much Gueye will cost.
They're still interested. And I'm even happy with what happened in the community shield. If they are having second thoughts about buying Isak, I think they will have to change their mind now. But if they're having second thoughts about getting
Isak and the Ekiti man, they're almost like for like.
No.
What you need
has a lot to still offer the team.
No, they're like for like. See.
They can still play together. Because if I even fancy the fact that
who is going to play wide? They play together.
Hugo can play from the left. I'm even very more interested that he likes running to the left to push the ball in. And of course, that also shows that he's comfortable playing from the left. And of course, Isak is very comfortable playing in the center, banging in the goal.
I pray you get Isak. We'll have a conversation.
I'm even surprised that Szoboszlai. This is one thing about some players. When there's no competition, they somehow.
No, naturally, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
I don't know. Some players, they have to wait for competition to really bring their A game. And of course, but that defense, I think a lot needs to still be done. Kekes, he overlaps too much, and of course, failing to come back.
I remember when we were having a conversation. You were telling me Kekes is the best thing after sliced bread. There's no left back at this point that can actually compete.
You saw Kekes last season.
No problem.
With Bournemouth. He was awesome.
Jerry,
he was the best left back.
Jerry, the ovation here is higher. There's demand. That's one thing about players. Players that plays in middle table team or lower teams when they move after a fantastic season.
Look at Frimpong. Look at fantastic goal. Look at Frimpong. He's coming from Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga.
Bayer Leverkusen is already a top team in Europe now. Okay, they might not be compared
to Bournemouth. Yes. Anyway, you can say that.
And of course, they just won the league, so he understands what it means to actually play at that level. Yes, but this guy at that level, this is one.
I think the coach will have a lot of work to do as far as KKS is concerned, and of course that defense, they still need to work on it. And I think maybe if Konate leaves, they will have more urgency to get at least two solid.
Okay,
defenders.
so if you get two solid defenders, which means you're looking at two solid centre backs.
Yeah. Even as Liverpool is now, they need two solid centre backs.
That's what I'm saying. If you get two solid centre backs, except they are not going to be two top solid centre backs.
No, of course they should be top.
If they are top, they are not coming to Liverpool to sit on the bench.
At least if Goyi comes, he knows he will have to. He has to make do with the bench and
for Konate.
Yeah.
An English international.
Yeah.
For someone who is I mean, is he English or
Konate is France.
No, Goyi, is he English or Italian?
England.
Okay, English.
Maguire. Yeah,
so Maguire comes, an English international, a national team player comes to where he plays regularly to come to
Crystal Palace.
It doesn't change anything. Where he plays regularly, Jerry, he will not make that move. You see now. Except Liverpool can guarantee him playing time.
He doesn't have to make such demand because one,
he will make the demand.
He's coming from Crystal Palace, and he's having chance of winning titles. And coming to Liverpool, he knows already that Liverpool has Virgil van Dijk and Konate. The thing is that it's going to make it difficult for the coach to bench him. I think for me, if you take a look at Goyi, he's a fantastic player. Whatever he does in training and his only opportunities he's given, I think he's going to push Konate out of that team. Because Konate, what I've noticed, even Van Dijk sometimes he makes some kind of errors. Take a look at that penalty. It was uncalled for.
Van Dijk is not a good man-for-man marker. He's just a very good ball reader. Right, he reads the game perfectly, and that's one very good. So he needs someone who is a very good ball winner who can actually charge. That was why his partnership with the Cameroonian Matip was very solid, because Matip is that very rugged player that will win or go for all tackles, while he's Van Dijk is busy cleaning up the defense and then reading the backline. But he doesn't have that, and Konate is not that very good when it comes to actually winning balls. Yeah. That was why they're having this problem, because of course when you have your fullbacks that are players who like to actually move up, you need a centre back that can really do the work and then help create the balance. But if you have two centre back that are not very good in ball winning, it's going to actually cause disruption in the heart of the defense.
Mario, I've not forgotten what you said, that a minor in finance, but I will get to that. I will get to that, don't worry. We'll treat that aspect.
The has started.
Anyway, let's talk about the Super Eagles Team B. Talking about the Chan Eagles, the head coach Eric Chell has called up 15-year-old Nigerian under-20 goalkeeper Ebenezer Harcourt to join the squad at the ongoing Chan tournament following their 1-0 loss to Senegal. The move comes after first-choice goalkeeper Mustafa Lawal's shaky display and defensive lapses from Junior Unduka and Leonard Ngenge in the opener. Chelsea's decision was not solely influenced by Lawal's error, but by the temporary injury to backup goalkeeper Ani Ozomena, who has only just returned to training. And of course, that even puts all my argument here when we talked about that goalkeeper. I remember how Barrister Ikechukwu was defending the goalkeeper. I said that goalkeeper is suspect. It's going to put the Eagles in problem. And now Eric Chell identifies that and decides to bring the 15-year-old in quotes. But it is what it is.
It's a 15-year-old.
The 15-year-old that's even making mistakes too.
Which one is 15-year-old in quote? He's a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And the Annie. The
Annie.
Wait, the Annie is actually the number one. That is the Henry Annie, the Imba goalkeeper.
Right? Who wasn't going against that?
No, it wasn't the one. It was Lawan. Yes, the second choice.
Even Junior Nduka is not even reliable. Even the junior, the other third choice.
Junior Nduka is a player now. Oh, okay. Yes, he is one of the defenders. The defenders actually caused that error. Yes, he made that error for the goalkeeper.
Is he going to invite the Flying Eagles defenders too? Because this junior.
Jerry,
I'm asking.
Jerry, no. This question you are asking is a very unfair question.
No.
We've seen Jerry 2002 World Cup. You saw the first goal England score. In fact, the only goal England score in that defeat against Brazil. We saw the error from Lucio, one of the best defenders in Europe at the point. In fact, in the world.
Yeah, I think at that time Lucio was already facing retirement period. Because he was getting old. Let's not forget.
He made that error and it cost them that
Let's
goal.
not forget. Lucio has already achieved.
Okay, so should we talk about those that are at the peak of their prime making errors too? If you say no, Jerry, if you want to talk about people in their prime, let's talk about people who are in their prime who made errors.
It's good if you're in your prime. You are facing prison just for your first crime. Okay, Mario, go ahead.
Well, the thing is this. I think we have to read a whole lot of meaning into this. Keepers make mistake. However, for Eric Chell to call up a 15-year-old as a possible replacement, it means he has watched him in training after that game and there is no improvement. And that's the reason why the 15-year-old is there. I'm just saying it now. I mean, the 15-year-old we are looking at.
You say Jerry said of quote. You say emphasis on what is
emphasis on 15-year-old.
Hey, God.
Emphasis on 15-year-old.
Please let the boy be.
The same goalkeeper that went much more, stable in goal, will have the confidence to be able to pursue those kind of matches in goal. Not when we are in a precarious situation.
There are people who. Look how he looks young. He's a 15-year-old. He's not supposed to look young.
Under 20 years.
Yes, he's 15-year-old. We dread 15-year-old. Yes.
Why your age is that one? 8 years old are wearing dread are worse than that now.
When actually became a star as a teenager. No, Jerry, no. Jerry, stop this thing. Wait.
No, I'm trying to imagine.
No, we are talking about people who became a Lamine Yamal. He's an adult baby.
See Jojo Shelby now.
No, Jerry. Lamine Yamal is an adult baby.
Compare the forehead of Akot and the one of Lamine Yamal. Then tell us who is actually 15.
So wait, so
the forehead.
Is age written on people's forehead? I want to know.
No. I'm not saying that. Just compare the forehead.
So Maiwa, you should also understand that the conditions which we play here, it's not the same condition. What they take in and
this guy that he used to hawk before to play football.
No, so yes.
That's why he may be suffering from too much shocking. Maiwa. So you don't know his story. So let's keep it cool.
Well, it's actually 15. Yeah, it's 15. It's 15. Yeah. I'm not doubting it's 15. The forehead says it's 15.
I think Ikechukwu has been part of his. I think it was in the hospital when they gave birth to him. I think he will have provide. Can you help us provide this? Maybe his.
It is you people that are having doubts. I should.
No,
not doubting. No, it's 15.
So if you're not doubting,
let's. The thing is that even this haircut, how reliable is he? Because now you show that.
Jerry, we should be very honest. This guy, this haircut was, our standard performer in that tournament. Yes, we want to say okay, he has his own issues. We want to say he's also still growing as a player.
Even with his issues, that means Chelsea is going to trust him ahead of those in camp, showing that those in camp have failed.
Henry is injured. That's why he wasn't.
So that means the other two goalkeepers are not good enough. That's what he says. If he's going to bring in a goalkeeper who was not in the initial plan, shows that he doesn't have confidence in those goalkeepers in camp, and that means we might be seeing Harcourt starting against Sudan. So that means all the talk about the home-based players being included.
What's his name? Is Harcourt not home-based too?
At least he's one of the ones who have decided not to be unfortunate. Maybe yet. Let's go to the chat first. Let's not sing their praises here. Let's wait and see.
Our 15-year-old superstar.
The new Lamine Yamal goalkeeper. Anyway, former Nigerian international talking about Donsu Joseph has urged the home-based Super Eagles to maintain a solid defense as they prepare to face Sudan in the second group match at the 2024 African Nations Championship. And he warned that any lapse at the back could be costly, citing the late defensive error that allowed Senegal to snatch victory in their opening game. Any team that don't have a good defense cannot win championship. And most especially, look at the teams that have collected $100,000. Nduka was shouting the other day, we are prepared and getting ready to win $100,000. Let's go and ask Falcons how they defended very well prior to winning the championship. And the Tigress, and if they were considering like that from the onset, would they go and back collect $100,000? I think this team, I don't know. Let me not say they will. Let me not see the future for them. They don't look like a team that will even spend $1,000. But let's just hope, because those defensive errors are really uncalled for. Because one goal could actually change the fortune of a game.
Very well. The other side of it is if you have a very terrible defense or a not too good defense, you can only make do with it by actually having a very dangerous attack, right? Because if your attack keeps scoring, even if they get to score you, you most likely win games. But if you cannot, as much as compensate for your defensive lapses by scoring a lot of goals, then of course your exit is already planned before the game. So and this is where Eric Chell needs to really work. The area Eric Chell really need to work, because the last game, if you saw the last game, you notice that the team actually had a very good command of the game. They actually played very well. Like I said, I've not seen our home base team played this way in a long time. They were very well in command of that game. Of course, taking cognizance from the fact that the team they played against was defending champion in Senegal. They played very well, but the final third, the link between the midfield and attack was a bit clumsy, and that's exactly where I think it really needs to work. And before that error, right, the defense was also quite good until that error actually happened in Costa. So if you can actually have an attack, you can actually have a team that cannot really create chance. It's a problem even without conceding a goal. So yes, we just need to actually put our defense right, and then ensure that we create a lot of chances, because if we don't create chance, we're not scoring. And if we're not scoring, trust me, even if you end up actually playing all your games in draw, you get to penalty shootout, and now that's going to be a no man's game. It can actually go either way. So I think Eric Chell should really work on the attack and ensure that this team is able to actually create a lot of chance. If we actually fancy any chance of advancing through this group stage and perhaps getting to the finals.
All right, my one, is it about Eric Chell? Because they say what you don't have, you can't give. Right. We understand that Maiwa has gone to speak to the coach, Eric Chell himself. Anyway, but it is what it is. It's now left for them, because the future is in their hands. If they do well at this championship, it will open a lot of doors for most of these players. And if they cannot beat Sudan, I think they should start preparing to come back home.
Absolutely. If they cannot beat Sudan, then of course it's written in stars already that they will most likely not make it through the group stage. But of course, it's still very open. If they can actually win their last game, that's 4 points, and then there will be an opportunity for them to actually score. But
that will be 3 points.
Yes. If they don't defeat Sudan, which is if they end up playing a draw, that will be 4 points if they win their last game. But my concern here is that I want to see them create a lot of chance. I mean, it's good. The Falcons, after our first game, we all complained, and we saw improvement. They gradually improved until the final. So we want to see this also happen. We want to see this team actually create a lot of chance, because yes, I mean we're not relying on just creating one chance and then getting the goals and then go lock up shop. We want to see them create a lot of chance, get a lot of goals. Before this game, all of us knew how Senegal is going to be a very big problem, because I mean, if you are defending champion, you must come strong into a particular team. You most likely don't want to lose. Now we're playing against a team in Sudan. Yes, we know that Sudanese league is actually quite strong. So we want to believe that there's going to be top quality coming out from that particular league, and of course against the Super Eagles in this particular game tomorrow. So hopefully, I just hope that they were able to actually put the defeat behind them, because one thing about this sort of thing is if you lose your first game in the championship, it brings an extra pressure into the second game, because naturally the first game of every tournament is always the game with the biggest pressure. Now when you lose it, the second game becomes the biggest pressure, because you know that it's now a case of do or die. You must have to win to stand a chance of actually putting your destiny in your own hands. So
from what I saw in the first game, I don't know whether there's hope, but I hope they'll learn from their mistakes, because you take a look at the defensive error that led to that goal again and again.
The goalkeeper has no business.
Think the defenders, first of all, they need to bring them out, give them lashes, and go ahead with the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper has no business.
No business there.
It's coming absolutely out that far. Anyway, the defenders too, they were busy waiting for the referee to help them out. I don't know whether they wanted the referee to come and help them kick the ball.
all the bra that's happening in Sudan, their league is still very, very competitive. In our own case, we have, we are coming on the backdrop of a disappointing defeat. The coach has said it. There is a need for, the defenders to do. Defense was shaky, and the goalkeeper, lost all confidence and decided to misbehave. Our attack, our going forward also, we create chances, but we can't finish them. It's not going to come back to bite us. Those are the questions we need to address. However, we've done it before. The last Nations Cup Nigeria won. We lost our first game, and we ended up winning that particular tournament. This is also putting, Eric Chell to a bigger test. How does he handle the pressure of, coming into this particular game, not wanting to make silly mistakes that will cost them the game, and also going all out to ensure that they get the goals. That basically tell. I think, like it rightly said, we have enough quality to be able to do it. It's just
because if anything happens in this championship, you and you will be the first to raise the hammer on him. But anyway, he has even said it prior to the Unity Cup and so on and so forth, that he's not impressed the fact that so many of them were not able to meet up with the training and what he expects the team to play. But with that being said, he's there, he showed up, he didn't chicken out like the likes of Olise did to the team when he knew that Egypt was knocking. Oga decided to went away and started blaming witchcraft and so on and so forth. But it is what it is. Bayer Leverkusen striker talking about Victor Boniface is facing possible expulsion from the Super Eagles after publicly criticizing disciplinary action against the 24-year-old. Chell is reportedly displeased with the remarks, especially as Boniface's work rate in a recent 1-1 draw against Rwanda at the end of their campaign. I don't think the players are going to miss him because even when he's available, he's not available. But it is what it is.
Well, it's good, sincerely, even though the question of whether he's got the moral standing to speak on this subject matter. It's good that someone has to come out to say it, and it's good that it's a player in the camp that has come out to say it. Now, these guys who want to prove Nigerians and Victor Boniface wrong by totally committing in the next two games. It's a very good thing, right? I mean, like they always say, no matter how terrible it is, there's always an upside. The upside is what I'm looking at now. That attitude of, I have, an automatic jersey will be a thing of the past because of this. Now everybody's eyes will be on this, because if they fail to deliver, the big question will be, at least Victor Boniface said it, you people want to chop off his head. Now, did you guys even show any commitment? Look at how you are running, look at how they were playing. So all of those conversations will be in everybody's head. Everybody will be watching to see if indeed he's definitely going to find a back in the Super Eagles team. And then, in the end, it's going to be a win for all of us if he can actually put himself together and give us the level of form he's giving his club side. So,
and I don't think they are going to miss him because he's been given countless and countless of opportunities. Today we will not be doing calculations. We will not be in this situation. Yes, it's one of the reasons why the Super Eagles is today.
We've said it consistently, how the boys turn up sometimes for the national team is an indication of lack of commitment. However, I want to take another route. Why are you punishing Victor Boniface for coming out to say the truth? Yes, he might bring a lot of this. If they have punished Victor Osimhen, that would have been an example for every other person to follow. If Victor Boniface would not follow suit. And if you are not punishing Osimhen, why do you want to ostracize, Victor Boniface? Caution him is fine, but ostracizing him on the basis of this, while you wrap your hands around the Victor Osimhen, is unjust and it's unfair to him. Now, coming back to what he said, I think what he said is very, very correct. Our players need to do it, and the reason for that is we've said it over and over again. I don't have anything personally against the foreign-born players, but if we begin to feature foreign-born players that choose Nigeria as a second choice, there will be lack of commitment, and that is the reason why we are where we are at the moment. If you want to punish, and if you are going to punish Victor Osimhen, if you are going to punish Victor Boniface, please also punish Victor Osimhen.
What it is, what has been said, and the NFF has the right to react. But I think setting precedent has made it difficult to want to persecute another for for indiscipline after they lost their first game against Morocco. That was Chairman Christian Chukwu was the coach of the team. God bless his memory. I think his burial is very soon. To demote them to the Conference League. And the ruling followed UEFA's finding that as of March 1, American business in both clubs, leaving no room for flexibility under UEFA rules. And the Palace's claims of unfair treatment compared to Forest and Lyon were also dismissed. And of course, the expedited appeal process took just over 2 weeks, with the verdict delivered swiftly.
Absolutely, the rules are the rules. And the thing is, last season, to be very honest, to be very fair, Nottingham Forest is a better team compared to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, in the Europa League.
Yeah.
They have more squad depth.
Premier League last season, they were better than Crystal Palace. Yeah. Crystal Palace got the Europa Conference League this season. So they still have the strength. Now, in fact, they have a better opportunity of actually winning that because it's a lower cadre tournament. And they have an experienced coach. With the way they've been firing in cup competitions, perhaps that might just be a new beginning for them. They will just have to win that and then automatically come to the Europa League next season. So perhaps final. So for Nottingham Forest, congratulations to them. They did very well last season, and it's going to be very, very good to see Ola in the Europa League this season. Let's get some of the Super Eagles players playing in these top competitions, and that's for me it's all about. It's not in this part of the world where rules can actually be bent for you if you just flash in some change. But here in this part of the world, that's exactly why football, do next immediately they change the rules and the clause that made it difficult for them to actually give a verdict that will be favorable to who they feel it should have gone to. But now we have a case where it's simple. This is nobody's fault. It's just a case of your own. If you don't want the businessman to be part of your system again, he's going to pull out. But it is what it is, and he's bought the club. So
I was actually rooting for them. I wanted them in the Europa League. I was following up on the decision, and it's so sad that they have to be demoted. However, the rules are very clear. You cannot have two subsidiaries playing the same competition. Their owner owns a huge stake in Lyon. Part of the filing was that to be like Chelsea of last season. I think with the teams that went to the Conference League, I think they have enough quality to be able to do so well in that particular competition. Remember, their coach is a veteran. Let's see how it goes. And if you look at the type of things, I think the Europa League is much more suitable to Nottingham Forest than Crystal Palace in terms of the depth of the squad. I think Nottingham than Crystal Palace. So it's a good one. They have to fund the owners. Crystal Palace should make do with the Conference League.
All right. Let's see how that pounds. And of course, it's also a good one for them. At least the
English team that went actually losing. Seeing a player of that quality playing for that a club of that level is quite difficult, right? So yes, they will definitely splash the cash to actually get him. But will Crystal Palace be able to actually splash that similar cash or something close to actually get a player of that quality? That's never going to happen. So it's going to really take how weak your team is. You definitely know how to actually work, with the strength of that team to actually defeat, even the biggest of teams in Europe. And he's done that, in 2 major cup finals, and it says a lot about the quality he's got. So we just hope to actually see how they're actually going to fare, because of course winning a championship, winning a cup is one thing, and then participating in a league without depth is another, very, very big thing that he really needs to deal with. So Crystal.
Yes, so a player that looks very much like him. I'll find out. Anyway, talking about the transfer window, we understand that some big club side in England are still making moves. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester United are pushing to complete some major deals before the new Premier League season begins. Arsenal are close to signing a very JSA. Have explored the loan for Real Madrid's Rodrigo. Price tag already is too much. I don't think Man United will be going for him. But let's also see how that one is. And of course, Alejandro Garnacho. I saw a picture of him on IG vaping and getting new tattoos. It's making it difficult for Man United to sell it, but Chelsea are still interested nonetheless. All right, so Chelsea are dealing with Levy Colwill, serious injury, and we heard that Tottenham are interested in Savio.
I don't think they will do it. For Liverpool, I think the display of yesterday is an indication that they need, an Isak in their team. For Donnarumma, I think it's just speculation. If I were Donnarumma, definitely I'm not going any close to Manchester United. There's a need for an overhaul even the defense that you're talking about, there's a need for Manchester United. For Garnacho, I think Amorim should sort his man management issue out. We have some quality players that we still need around. We don't have the financial muscle to get all the players that we need at the moment. We need about 2-3 recruitment cycle to be able to get the proper players.
Of course, team. The depth, the midfield. I mean, there should be massive overhaul of that Manchester United. Massive overhaul. Aside,
well, they've not bought midfielders.
That's what I'm saying. Aside Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes, I don't think United have any other midfielder you can actually. Kobe Mino is injured. I mean, it looks like he's injury prone. It's quite growing. So even if you say okay, the three of them ends up becoming part of the team. For you to actually get a proper team that can actually compete. So is there a possibility for him to actually move? I mean, United got Pogba under Jose Mourinho when United had no business or anything doing in Europe at the point. So it's all about the coach. It's all about how attractive the project is. The player will definitely want to make the move. And Donnarumma is a top goalkeeper. He's refused to actually sign a new contract with PSG. He's trying to actually force his way out of the club. He wants new.
What to look forward to this season, and of course, as the week runs out, we'll make sure that we give you updates as far as the league season starting is concerned. All right, the big thanks to the guys behind the scenes.